My name is Daniel Connell and I'm a stand-up comedian. A flat spot that comes to mind for me was 2009. I was living in Canberra, mid-20s, working in the public service. That's not the bad bit. I just had nothing on the horizon. I just didn't know what I was doing with my life. I was just same thing every week, just working, same thing on the weekends, same pub with mates, just no idea what I was going to do with my life. I hated my job, I was just completely flat. Looking back on it now, it was definitely one of my most flat times in my life. The switch I took to change things up for myself, it was a little bit wanky, a little bit Hollywood, but I saw an ad for a stand-up comedy competition called Green Faces in the Canberra Times, and it just kind of sparked an interest. I'd always wanted to try stand-up comedy at some point. And that was kind of the switch. And then I spoke to some mates about doing it, and they said I'm not funny, but that I should also do it. So yeah, that was kind of I would say that was a big switch for me. Some of the practical steps I took to make that switch happen was obviously sign up to the gig and do it. I don't remember a lot of it. I was terrified. It was 8 minutes of pure exhilaration. And but I met people afterwards and I started doing more stand-up around Canberra, and then probably 6 months after that, one of those friends that came to the first show moved to Melbourne. I knew there was a great scene in Melbourne for comedy, and I thought that might be a sign, so I just packed the car up, everything I had, PlayStation and a packet of chips, and moved to Melbourne, and got my parents' blessing. They were fine. They said, yeah, go for it, you should do it. Perhaps pay us back that $1,000 you owe us before you go, which of course I didn't. But yeah, that's 12 years ago, and here we are. Tips I'd give to people who are in their flattest spot. I say this to mates, try and speak to your friends as much as you can, especially through these lockdowns and things. I was speaking to mates and we always say, just try something different. That's a good idea. Just try a new hobby or move to a new town. Just change up that same thing you've been doing. I'm not saying that's going to completely fix your mental health, but I think it's definitely a step in the right direction. So, and of course, chatting to people. I find if I'm a bit flat, I always call a mate and have a chat, or my dad, or just someone close, and I think that helps a lot as well.